This is actor Lord Kayson. Now look at that beautiful smile. Would you ever think that he's playing a psychopathic killer called Death Head in the upcoming feature Shadow of the Monarch? Hi, I'm Dawna Heising of MoreHorror in Hollywood, and I'm here with Lord Kayson, who plays DH in Shadow of the Monarch. Okay, now you have a huge role in this film. Tell us about it.
Well, the character of DH is near and dear to my heart. DH is somewhat of a sociopath. He's driven, directed, and doesn't have a fear of death. He likes to murder people somewhat indiscriminately and keeps tattoos of skulls on his back. I mean, he's a wonderful guy, you know, he's like,
yeah, he sounds wonderful.
He's like the boy next door. I mean, he's wonderful. See, but he's the way all men really wish they could be. Whatever they feel like doing, do it. And not have any questions or remorse about their actions. And most men don't have the intestinal fortitude to live in this world the way DH does. That's why guys are watching and they'll be like, oh my God, this is riveting. It's almost like erect nipples. That's how good it is.
Okay, now tell us about your career. How did you get into the business?
Oh my God. You know what happened to me? My father was a minister and a teacher, and we moved around a lot. And I missed about 3 or 4 months of school, my 11th grade year. I was kicked out of a glorious private school in the state of New Jersey. And I had to make up credits that summer so I would graduate properly.
Why were you kicked out?
Well, they thought I was a little too pretty, and you know how they are. They just discriminate against gorgeous men. So.
Well, I agree.
And the class that took the most credits was a musical theater class. I took a musical theater class, did A Good Man, Charlie Brown. The teacher of that class was currently doing in the Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey, an equity show of A Good Man, Charlie Brown, with an equity actor doing it. That actor got sick, and from that summer school class, I did an equity show when I was in the 11th grade, getting paid equity money as a real actor. And from that point on, I said, hey, this whole acting thing isn't too bad. So, you know, that's how it started for me.
Okay, so that was your big break. What was your big break in film?
That's a very good question. I've worked with Spike Lee and Clockers as a principal actor. I've worked with Adrian Brody, Oscar winner, his first major feature film, as a principal actor. The big break in film, I guess, would probably be Restaurant with Adrian Brody, but I kind of think my most important film was General. I had a recurring character on there for a season, and I got a chance to see how acting on the fly is. When you have a script and you come to work and all of a sudden the script is completely laid down and you just have to fly with this, come from another way with it. And that's a tremendous learning experience, and that's why soap actors aren't respected in the way they should be, because no one has a more difficult job, and they do something 1 or 2 takes. When I've worked in movies, you work all day on a scene or 2. When you work on soaps, if you do it twice, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you just have to roll with it. I've done some appearances on Saturday Night Live. I've worked with Will Ferrell. I've worked with Colin Quinn, Tim Meadows. I've done some interesting things in the comedy area on television. National commercials, Southwest Airlines, ran 9 years, played during the Super Bowl, the World Series, Christmas Day. I had award-winning commercials for Partnership for a Drug-Free America. My voice was the original Sprite, Image is Nothing, Thirst is Everything radio campaign.
Oh my gosh.
So I've done a couple of things here and there.
Plus you're a successful businessman too.
Well, you know, business is not as exciting. You know, investments, commodities, trading. It's exciting, but it's different. You know, when I'm playing DH, I'm alive. When I'm doing everything else in my life, I'm in hibernation. Because a true artist, the only time they're alive is when they're acting. If I'm writing, I love writing because writing is an extension of acting, and I think the extension and evolution of an actor is to write, and all actors direct themselves, so it's a natural evolution. I also wrote, produced, and directed a film that was distributed in Europe called Lightspeed, an adaptation of the European classic Oliver Twist. So I feel like I've done all aspects of it, and you know, acting is still the most rewarding for me. Though writing is close. Writing is close because when you see artists say your words, there's definitely you know, an erect nipple thing going on when you have a bunch of actors saying your words. It just, you feel like, you know, the right side of your brain is twitching because you're like, hey, that's me that's talking. You know, even the female roles. So it's a wonderful thing.
Well, I want you to write something for me then.
You're easy. I just would make a cougar, Asian, philanthropic actor, creator, and you'd be
Let's do that
role.
next. Okay, well, I'm really honored to be in this film with you. You've done so much, and look for Shadow of the Monarch and DH.
Shadow of the Monarch. DH is really the lead, but don't get crazy. Have a wonderful.
You ain't seen that. Ain't nobody here to protect you now.